Good morning, good morning, and welcome everybody. Yeah, happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's been a bit. I haven't been on a live stream in a while. I had some stuff to take care of. Some things to kind of sit with and heal from. And I am back, and I am. I don't know how to really explain it, but I'm back, and I am ready to continue on delving deeper into talking about things that um, some people may think that they're alone with, and spirituality and God and God source, divine, uh, however you identify with our wonderful Creator. But yeah, I am on Fallout 76, and I've got some really relaxing music playing. No copyright, thankfully. I got docked a couple of times, I've noticed, with the music I've played, which is weird because I'm not monetized. So I do all this just to spread the love and let you know that you're not alone in this world. And if you are feeling a little alone and lonely, you're welcome to come in on my channel. I have made new strives to do a live stream every day, so it will be daily going forward. It will be, let's see, at 8 o'clock going forward, starting next week. It will be Monday through Friday. I will take Saturdays and Sundays off because my hubby is home and I will spend every waking second with him. Trust me. But Monday through Friday, for the next foreseeable future, this is no guarantee this will last long, and there might be days that I'm absent. I will take it in strides, but it'll be from 8 o'clock until 9 o'clock. I will have a 15-minute window um, to kind of sign off and stuff. So I'll be doing hour-long streams. If it does go a little, I can go a little longer. It's not going to be a big deal, but I do have to be off by 9:30. So if it does go until 9:30, I will probably take just a 10-minute break and then hop back right back in. So it really depends on the day. So let's go ahead and get into Fallout. We had a new update. This is the second week. We have the fishing update, which I enjoy. I love to fish. I am a big fan. My parents. I will use this as a reintroduction for those who have not listened to any of my videos before. My name is Becca. Some call me Becky. And I currently reside in Wisconsin with my amazing husband and partner in this life that we live together, um, in this amazing world that was provided for us. I have gamed for almost my entire life, honestly. I remember, I didn't have the best childhood, but I had a good childhood compared to most. My parents did get on the gaming bandwagon when the first systems started to release, so I was very lucky. My parents both do game like really right now continuously, without fail every day. Um, my parents are in their 60s. My dad is almost blind, and he still is able to enjoy gaming for now, which I love that for him. Um, he is blind legally, so he cannot drive, and unfortunately, with the work that he did, he cannot work. It really did put a damper on him because he was a man who loved to provide for his family, who loved to work and stay busy. So when he was forced to retire early, he was not happy about that. But he is able to at least see enough to where he can play his video games. I got the opportunity to introduce him into Fallout. and they played that a little bit. My mom still plays. My dad no longer does because it's a little bit harder with the weather when it gets darker. So he stays with games that are a little bit more brighter. But my mom still plays, and sometimes I will hop on here with her in game. I don't have the best relationship with them, so this is it's a way for us to connect. And also, Fallout is very special to me because on Fallout 76, not long after release, Fallout 76 released in I believe it's the end of October of 2018. I got it. I've been playing since the very beginning of this game, and in January of 2019, I was sent a friend request by a stranger, and that stranger turned out to be my husband. We've been together for 6 years now. Um, it is amazing that this game brought us together, and it will always hold a special part in my heart. I started with Fallout 4, and from Fallout 4, I went to Fallout 76. Um, at first, I would not have actually went to 76 if I hadn't already been on other games that were online. So I was very hesitant, and I stuck to myself for the most part. But um, as soon as I met Hubby, I was able to um, actually branch out and kind of grow. I was always shy, so that's that little part. So started off with Fallout 4, and then I got news that Fallout 76 was releasing, and I was just like, I had to have it. And then I also had delved into Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. I will say that Fallout New Vegas is one of my favorites. Fallout 3 is definitely up there, but for Fallout, I would say the building mechanics that I like for Fallout 76 and Fallout 4 put those in my top two positions. Fallout New Vegas is third, even though it is my favorite Fallout of like for the storyline. Fallout New Vegas is definitely my favorite. And then Fallout 3, just like really close behind that. I've not played Fallout 1 or Fallout 2, unfortunately, but I have watched video of that. I've got content creators that I followed. They were my first introduction into Fallout 4. I was on YouTube and I just saw a happenstance that someone was playing a game called Fallout 4, and it seemed pretty interesting. So I watched a couple videos and I was hooked, immediately hooked. Now, during this part, I was taking a hiatus from gaming. I had stopped gaming for a couple of years, and I was like, okay, I'm too old for this. I need to grow up. And then, lo and behold, a couple of years later, I stumbled across this content creator, and I just fell in love with Fallout. I was like, oh my gosh, this game is just exactly what I need. It's perfect. It's a single player. It allows me to take care of these small rats. It allows me to just be together, like with myself, and not have to um, worry about anybody else because I didn't really like playing online. Um, so I was more of like I was super shy and worried what people were gonna think of me. I had not a really great childhood, so I was like, I really don't want to do that. Um, so I ended up just like focusing on Fallout 4. And then when I got news that Fallout 76 was releasing, I was hesitant at first, but I did. I purchased it, and here we are. Still playing this game. Absolutely love it. I do. I get frustrated with the bugs, like everybody else, but it is a very fun game, and I love the camp building aspect of it. That's like the building aspects that you have and the things that you can build. It lets your creativity like really fly and let loose. So that's it. Yeah, met hubby on here. We've been together for 6 years, over 6 years, but um, and here we are. Anyway, so this is my one of my camps. It is a fishing camp. Let me go ahead and say hi to these people here. And I made a fishing pier so people could fish. So fishing is relatively easy. Um, just go to the water. And I have my module, my camp module weather station put up so that way I can fish with the weather. It increases your chances of catching rare fish. So in order to, and I will show you the mechanics real quick, and then I'll show you where to go if you haven't played this yet, so that you can get it. But anyway, so Fallout definitely is that the catalyst into my life, and I was able to really awaken myself. So that is pretty much the gist of it. You'll get to know a little bit more about me as I talk to you, and you'll get to kind of understand the things that you have gone through and the way I reason and my logic, and also just like who I am as a person spiritually, as my soul. I'm very kind, very loving. I'm very open and accepting of people, and I'm a very firm believer of I treat people how I want to be treated at first, and then you determine on how you're treated after that. If you respect me and show me the same that I'm giving you, then I can become friends with anybody. I really am that type of person who just gets along with everybody. I don't have any preferred anything when it comes to mingling with people and talking. I just like to enjoy life and spread kindness and love, and to let people know that we are all in this together, and that's the way that our Creator intended it to be. That we show each other kindness and empathy and compassion, and we work together to build a life that we all is not only sustainable, but also that we all can, benefit from. That we're all thriving and not leaving people in the dust just to get to the highest parts. So, anyway, so for the fishing, in order to get the quest, you have to go over to the Fisherman's Rest. Fisherman's Rest is located directly east of Val Galleria, and that is in the Mire region. If you know where the Cranberry Bog is, you can have that road that goes up. You can see it. It starts at the big tower in the center of Watoga. Just follow that road all the way up to the bend, and you'll see what's the Valley Galleria. Fast travel to Valley Galleria, just run straight east until you'll see the icon for Fisherman's Rest. You'll talk to the main fisherman, and there is two people there. One is a mutated person. Kind of he's like a fishman. If you've watched Scooby-Doo, that's who he reminds me of, like the fisherman monster that they would have. That's who he reminds me of. So I'll calm down a little bit. I'm trying not to be too loud because there's other people in the household. It's very early and it's a Friday, and some people have Fridays off. So I'm trying to just be as quiet as possible. Anyway, so that's what it reminds me of. It also reminds me of a Mirelurk, King, like he's mutating into a Mirelurk King. So, it's quite interesting. So before I go to that caravan, I will show you. So you run through the pier here. I can't really interact with them too much because I've already done all my the dailies that I needed for yesterday. So you talk to this gentleman first, and then you go to talk to this gentleman, Captain Raymond, and then he will instruct you to go back to this guy here, the fisherman. He'll give you a fishing pole, and then you will go and catch some fish, and then talk to the fisherman, the captain, and then you feed Lindaloo, which is this a little cute crab here. I don't have any fish so and then yeah, it's just you'll just follow the quest line. So we have this area here is really quite interesting. So I'm gonna go down to the caravan because I am wanting to get the bait. So bait. The bait that you get, there's 3 different categories. You have common bait, improved bait, and superb bait. The common bait and improved bait you can get in game. You can buy the common bait from the 2 vendors that we were just at, and the improved bait can be awarded via the daily quest that you get each day from the captain, and then also you'll get some from finishing the initial quest lines. There's 2 that you could do. One's a side quest, and then it reverts to a daily quest, and you get your first daily. So you'll get 2 bundles of improved bait. And then you could do the caravans to get improved bait, as well as other events to get improved bait. Now, the one thing to keep in mind also is that you can go to the PlayStation Store, and the PlayStation Store does have a bundle that you can purchase that has a bait collector container, and this will also give you, I believe, common and improved bait. So those are the ways that you can get improved bait. Improved bait and superb bait increases your chances at catching the rare fish and also the local legendaries in other regions. I think there's 3 local legendaries that you can catch. I will show the challenges after the caravan here, but that's what those 2 do. The common bait, you can still have a chance to get the rare fish from the uncommon bait. So don't think that that you have to go after the improved bait only. That's not the case. I've caught rare fish on the common bait, and then also I have a really good friend that I also met on 76, and he got his girlfriend into play too. So I'm really excited for that because I love being able to share a game with people that I care about, and he is a very close person who has helped a lot. He's helped me through a lot of things. Um, so I care about him a lot, and I care about his relationship, and I'm always like really there. Like I was like always praying that he'd find that perfect person. That I just want him to be happy, and I wanted him to be able to feel the love that I was able to feel. So it was just like to see that, it's just like I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but I was just so ecstatic for him. But he is also on here, and he has the best luck with common bait. So it was this is messed up. It keeps like diverting my weapons, and I don't enjoy that whatsoever. But he's had better luck with common bait. He's got a lot more rare fish than I do. So don't be so quick to fret about don't be so quick to just like think that you have to get the improved bait, because that's not necessarily true. A dull head. I'm just gonna pick up like the garbage so it's on here because people don't pick up their loot, and it just leaves more loot for me. And I'm not gonna have Fallout first. That was a large one. Wow. Um, just wow. Just make sure I picked up all the stuff. But yeah, don't. I do have ADHD. I will tell you that I've gotten, finally was able to confirm that, I do have ADHD. I also have, a form of autism. I don't know. It doesn't inhibit me from doing anything. I've never been put into, um, any special classes or anything special or treated any differently. But I did confirm that I have ADHD for sure and then autism. So, but it's not like autism is just a little. I don't know how to really say. I don't really know how to explain it. I just know for the ADHD is 100% on point. Autism kind of took me by surprise, but I don't know what it is about that makes me autistic. But it's just like certain behaviors that I do, apparently. But yeah, um, so I will sometimes jump. I don't mean to, and that is something that probably will irritate people. So I apologize in advance. Sometimes I will lose my train of thought and get distracted. It's just something I cannot help. I try to be more mindful, but sometimes it's just like squirrel. And I know a lot of people can identify with that. So just be patient with me. And it'll jump all over until I get a little bit more comfortable. I'm still getting used to, um, the structure, and putting that structure into place. So just be a little patient with me. Sometimes it'll happen. I'm trying to be more mindful of not like um, uh, switching like my train of thought too often. And then if I do switch it, I'll try to round back to finish what I was saying. But there are going to be times where my sentences just stop and it just starts a whole different topic, and I apologize for that. I don't mean to. It's just something that happens, and I know I catch myself, but um, that still is, you know, it's still irritating, I'm sure, with other people. So bear with me. So yes, we have the caravans. Those are all ways that you can get bait, improve bait. So if you're going to, we have each month has an event or challenge, I should say, for the axolotls. Cutest little. They're like that scared me. Uh, they're part of the salamander family. Um, those who watched Fallout on the like the season, they'll be familiar. Alright, and we do also have mutated events this week, so um, try not to. Oh, it's raining here. The thunderstorm. I don't have any of these, so I'm gonna buy them. Apparently, I would buy those, but I don't have enough caps to really do that with. So get a little XP here. Oh, oh, we got a glowing fish. We'll go to test your metal, and then if this uh, if this camp is still here, how to guess it between. I had to clear my throat because I have throat issues if I talk a lot. I'm usually a quiet person, so I'm not used to talking as much as I do with live streams. So I always keep something handy to drink. So after test your metal, if this camp is still here, we'll come back, and then we'll do some fishing and see if we can catch a fish. Another thing to keep in mind also with the fishing is you do have to repair your bowl, and it does not give you, like, it gives you the option to repair it. I don't know if it does anything specifically, but my friend did say that he had a higher tier reel, and then he noticed that when before he repaired it, it went down to the lowest tier. So that might be the indicator. And when he repaired it, it went back. So you do have to repair your rod, at least that's what we're assuming. There's no health bar for it though, so there's no indicator aside from looking at your reel and watching it degrade. So that's something to keep in mind too. You can fix that at a tinker's workbench. Alright, so this is poison on death, so we're going to use the good old handmade here. We're not going to get a lot of we're not going to get a lot of hits on things because there's so many people here. Let's join a team so we can get that boost. I guess we'll join this one. There's a lot of people here, so just try to get a hit or two off of this. Just some of these emotes I've missed. It's so funny. Just preparing for the final rounds right now. I have been up since 4:30 this morning, and I am just not waking up. I drinking my tea and just thinking like, oh, I really want coffee. That was a 3-star, so that's nice. So we should have like 3-3-stars then, or 3 or 4 legendaries. There you go. The big boys should be coming out here soon. I got 4 legendaries. That was a pretty good. I don't think I've got all the plans for this event on my second character, but on this one here, I got most of them, if not all of them. So, alright, that's all the stuff. We got an explosive Gatling laser. That's kind of nice. A security baton as well. Alright, so since we're done with that event, we're going to go back to that camp. But first, I'm going to show you where you see the fishing challenges. So once you get the fishing, the ability to fish, you got the quest done, and just go to where you get your daily challenges and go down to the very bottom to the fishing challenges here. This right here is, it'll do like the fish quest 1 is where you get the very first Mark 1 reel. I'm trying to get through the Mark 3, but I'm having a very hard time catching an axolotl and the bluefin zapper. So I'm not having any luck there. I also have to just finish one more daily quest, which is today's, and I get the Marlick plushie. Really curious what that looks like. And then you'll have to catch any fish. It's going to start off small. I'm at the largest one right now. I've caught a lot of fish. So I'm at the 760 fish right now, working on that. But it'll start you off small. Like it'll catch 5 fish, catch 15 fish, it'll go up from there. And then the glowing fish also, that will be a different one for you. It'll be down here, like here, see where it says catch all common fish, and then catch glowing fish, catch these. It'll start this. Oh, I guess it starts at 15. So catch 15, 76, 250. So these are the ones that I've done already. I haven't been as lucky as my friend has with many of these. Like I need one more fish. And then I will need like two more. The Toxic Valley and the Skyline Valley are the hardest for me. I haven't been able to catch anything but the sawgills. So Bluefin Zapper, Storm Swimmer, the Glowing Storm Swimmer, the Potbelly Kelt, the Purple Radpole, and then the Glowing Potbelly Kelt. I haven't caught any of those. I don't even know what they look like. So still trying to look for those. And then these here, very difficult. The glowing ambusher, my friend was catching those multiple times. I was catching just the regular ashen ambusher, so not too sure what was going on with that. And then, yeah, you just have all of these here. These are the local legends. You have the Wavy Willard, the Organ Grinder, and the Raw Talknoth Maw Begotten. So I'm assuming that one's like where the big maw is. So, and then I'm not sure where the Organ Grinder is. My thing is that the local legend means that it's in a specific spot, but it doesn't tell you where that specific spot is. So I'm not too sure. And then you have the axolotls. You have the title of the month. So we're in June right now. So the banded axolotl is what we have to catch this month. And these can be found at different areas, depending on the type. So the banded axolotl can be found in the mire, or in the Toxic Valley. Those are the only 2 places that you can find them. And then each one will be different. So the scaled axolotl will most likely be in like the ash heap or the savage divide, or the forest in Toxic Valley. So that was rude. I'll take the flip lighter though. So that's the fishing challenges. That's how you get to it. Yeah, this is what you get, and I believe it just keeps going. Like it'll keep filtering in. You can get more plans by doing your daily quest at the Fisherman's Rest. So don't forget to do those because there are a lot of good plans. Let's go back to oh, his camp is gone. That is so unfortunate. And I don't think there's any water nearby where it's raining. So I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed. Um, Another thing I gotta do is I want to it looks like someone's gonna drop a nuke though. What I really wanted to do was gotta go to another person's camp. There we go. Build another camp. And I wanted to build a fisherman shack. So, my dad was a huge fan of fishing. He even did tournaments. Um, so, I grew up um, in that environment. So lots of fishing, lots of waking up super early in the morning to drive, 5 hours to the Everglades um, to go to his best fishing spots. So it was something that we would do is go to these fishing shacks. The fishing shacks are like bait shops, and the bait shops would just be they have a particular smell, and that smell is like it's comforting to me. I know it's weird, but it'd have like a particular smell, and then you'd have like the fish on the wall, and just like trinkets and like newspaper clippings with world records and fish charts and posters. You'd have the old nets and buoys on the wall, and it's just like it was so like it's so nostalgic for me because it's a big part of my childhood. And so we would go to these places and we catch, we'd catch our fish, and then we'd run out of bait, and then we'd go to these little tackle shops that were just out in the middle of nowhere. Sometimes they're just small towns, and they'd have like the best selection of like the taxidermy fish that you could find because they're local, like local legends and stuff that you'd have, and people would give like their fishing stories, and you'd have people there drinking coffee and talking about like their adventures, and it was just a part of my childhood I remember so well, and I wanted to recreate that with this update. I got so excited, and I've been trying to find that perfect spot. I've already got like I'm working on the season board. I'm at 47, I think, on the board. I'm halfway there. My friend's almost done with it, but I'm a little lagging behind. But I'm not too rushed. It just came out, so I'm not in a hurry. So I'm just like really eager to get the things on the board and to start creating a part of my childhood and bring it into Fallout and share it with other people so they can look around. Also, I've seen some really good builds as well. It's been really nice to see people getting on here and building their like little shacks and stuff on the water, and then their fishing piers, and it's been amazing. I love this update. This is one of my favorite updates. A lot of people don't like it. That's fine. Everyone has they're entitled to what they like and what they don't like. For me personally, love this update because it really touches with my childhood. It's definitely a big part of how I grew up. I grew up like always in the wilderness outside, in the swamps, um, and then we moved from Florida because I was born in Florida. I didn't live down there all my life, so I was born down there, and then as an infant, my parents moved back to Idaho, which is where they're from originally, and then uh, they moved back down when I was about 3 years old to Florida, and then my brother was born um, a year later, and then we were down there for that entire time, and then my baby sister, was born down there as well. We left when she was an infant as well, so we kind of repeated that with her. Um, but it was still a very big part of um, it was still a big part of you know, my childhood. And I loved going to the swamps and everything. Um, Nothing I really need. Darn. Um, so I really enjoy it. And then another part of me is so we were in the city but away from the city when I was growing up. My parents were not exactly rich, so I grew up in the impoverished side. There's parts of my childhood where we were extremely poor and we lived in what they call the ghetto. So you had that part, and then let me get rid of these here. And then when there's times where we were living out in the more of a country type side, I remember living in this big community, um, and the community, oh, I don't know that one. The community was, uh, it was quite nice. It was not in the city, but it was in the city at the same time. It was in Tampa. And then after that, when we were getting ready to move to Idaho, we were just leasing a trailer, and the trailer was right on the back of a canal. And the canal is what like leads to the bay because we lived in Tampa, so right on the Gulf. So you could fish. So I would go back there and fish. Um, it was very nice just to go back there. You could, at the tide, and just smell the salty air. It was very comforting. I loved it. And then we moved to Idaho. We got introduced to the other part that my family used to do when they moved. They lived here originally, which is hunt. So they took us to hunter safety. We got our hunter safety and just like threw us out in the field. We went shooting. They taught us how to handle a gun, how to handle rifles and shotguns and stuff. Although I'm not very keen on shotguns yet, I still don't have enough practice with those. But rifles, I'm pretty well versed in those, enough to handle my own. So we would go hunting, and I got used to that, and I got used to like watching and doing the cleaning and stuff, and watching the butchering and all that. I got all the gist and jazz of that. So it was very educational, and it allowed me to broaden um, my skills. And then another thing that we did, my parents eventually did buy a house in Idaho, on about an acre of land, and we decided that we were gonna have chickens and have a big garden and fruit trees. We planted a little orchard, fruit trees. We had we had a very mature apple tree, already present, and then we planted pears, we planted peaches, and I think we planted cherries. And there was another one that we did, but I can't remember exactly what it was. Um, I want to say it was apricots, but I'm not sure. So we planted those, and then we planted a huge garden. Like it was a lot. We had a big chicken coop. We had our own eggs, and we had our own garden. We produced our own food. So I was learning that part of it too. Um, I was taught how to sew. I was taught how to crochet and knit. Um, I was taught basic first aid. So I learned a lot of things, and a lot of what Fallout does is it allows me to have that nostalgia with childhood. And this one, the fishing one, was definitely one that I was excited for. So a lot of people weren't. I understand that, and it's not everyone's thing, you know. Um, I understand that completely, but I enjoy it. All right, let's do a little fishing. So I'm in the Savage Divide with this camp, and I was very sad when that Mr. Clean person left because I wanted to fish more at their camp. So we'll go to the fishing, um, and we'll go down to Savage Divide, and we'll see what I need to catch still for here. So Savage Divide, I still need to get the armored spinefish and the glowing spinefish. I don't know what that looks like. The leatherback and the alpine sawgill are all I catch here. So I'm not too sure on what it is, but um, I thought I just got something like that, so that's funny. Let's go ahead and drop our. Oh, that's what it was. Okay, it was just a glitch. So we will go ahead and catch a couple fish and see if we can get that. So you can change your point of view. You have the right, the left, and then forward facing, so you can see yourself. You can take really good pictures here if you're going to catch fish, or do like your screen captures. So it's really great to do that. Cast the line, and then I've got to go pretty soon. So this is going to be a short reintroduction and a chill kind of thing. So that's probably what I'll be every day. It's just a place to come and chill. Enjoy your coffee or your tea with me. Let's play a video game and talk and just enjoy the blessing of another beautiful day in the morning while we look forward to the weekend for sure. See Alpine Sawgill. Um, I, for one, have been more grateful of the little things. I was yesterday. We had a really good talk with my husband because I was feeling insecure. I was feeling insecure. I was feeling kind of stuck, and I like kind of just like broke down, and he kind of calmed me down and walked me through what I was feeling, why I was feeling that way, and it really allowed me to open up a lot of things that I have been keeping kind of inside because I felt like if I said anything, it would be like I was feeling ungrateful and stuff, which wasn't the case. It was just a lot of trauma throughout my life that was kind of triggered all at once. And those triggers, I don't want to avoid them. I want to heal those triggers. So it was very nice to have him just like comfort me and reassure me that everything was okay. And at that moment, it's just like I realized that I have been so focused on the the have-nots again, and I'm normally not that type of person, and I was just like focusing for some reason on the negative things, and I was just like, it was an aha moment where he was able to like help me recenter myself, and then kind of see through a different lens that what I was upset about, what I was like insecure about, was nothing to be insecure or to worry about. So I was able to let that go, and then I woke up this morning. I had the best night's sleep. I slept throughout the night, which is never a thing for me. I usually get up, at least once or twice throughout the night, and I struggle to fall back asleep. But I slept all night, and I woke up and I just felt so light. I felt like this huge boulder was lifted off of me. And it's really good, reassuring when you have someone who steps in as your leader. That's what the man is in the relationship. He is the leader. He is the head. And to have that direction and that leadership from him, where he's like, this is what we're going to do this weekend. And he was putting in like things because there was something I was insecure about that involved a family member. And he was like, well, this weekend we're going to talk. We're all three of us are going to talk together. And we'll explain some things to them and let them know that you feel this way, so that way you can get reassurance, because he was like, I assure you that they do not feel that way about you. I think that is something that is from your past that you're projecting onto them because you're afraid. And that was very true. So, yeah, it was like this huge weight lifted off of me. So it's just like I woke up this morning, I was like so appreciative just of everything. I was appreciative of having, someone in my life like that, who actually cares about me and isn't scared to be there. Oh, another smoky salmon. There we go. I had to itch my eyes, sorry. Oh, it's still itchy. I'm trying not to like touch it with my finger, but oh my goodness. It must have been an eyelash because that's what it felt like. All right, let's try not a superb bait. Let's try an improved bait and see what we get. But yeah, I just like was like that's what my live stream is gonna be. My live stream is gonna be us. It's gonna be me talking and just playing a game, and then inviting other people to come in and chat with me, and just relax and enjoy that moment. Enjoy the blessings that we've been provided for that moment. You know, that's just like, oh, I lost it. That's so mean. Every time I lose a fish, I back out and then I go back in. To me, it kind of like resets. I don't know how true that is, but it's just like my superstition type of thing when it comes to this game. And I don't start with the improved bait, I'll start with the common bait. There we go. But that will be what my live stream will be about. It's just me playing a game, and talking. I'll throw some stories in there. I'll talk about my experiences, and I will talk about anything that's in the news that's relevant. I know what's going on with the riots has a lot of people worried, which is understandable, especially if you live in the towns that that they're setting up. The good thing is that they are having people come forward that were a part of these riots in the process. So they found out who's being funded. It's being funded by people of our country. George Soros is one of them. Soros is evil and vile. That's truth. That is not a sling at him at all. It's true. Him and Bill Gates are probably definitely up there for being vile humans, and I don't understand how they're still walking around with all the things that they've done to humanity, to mankind. It doesn't even matter that the things that they did were in other countries. To me, people are people, and we do have our lands. Yes, we have our countries, but we're still all people. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter if you're a different skin tone. To me, it doesn't matter. And I get called when I was younger. I got called racial slurs a lot. And I'm actually European and Native American. I've got Native and European. So I've got people that were here originally, and then also people that from my family that came from Germany, from Greece, from France. Like I'm a mix of all of that, and I've been called that I'm a racist as well, and I love everybody. I don't discriminate based on anything. I don't care what you look like, and that goes for your gender, that goes for your race, that goes for anything. I simply don't care. I see who you are, your character, and that's what I base it off of. So, if you're, a Democrat, if you're a Republican, if you're independent, it doesn't really matter if you're a woman, if you're a man. To me, it's just I look at who you are inside, and I look at your heart and your character, and that's what I base it off of. And I used to love everybody. I love everyone, and I treat them how I want to be treated. And it's up to that person to treat me how they want to be treated. So if they treat me poorly, then I assume that's how they want to be treated, and I will just walk away because I'm not going to treat people that way. It's just not worth it. I want to love people. I want to embrace our differences and learn. I want to be unity. I want that unity from people. We can learn from each other. Every culture has, different things that we can learn from. And I think it's all to me valuable. And it's necessary for mankind to be able to continue. So I know I didn't back out. I was just going to see what I can catch. It's just going to be another Sawgill. So we'll see. I have a couple of pieces. I'm not worried about the improvement too much because I run caravans quite often. I do events quite often, so they are easy to rack up. Um, so I'm hoping that nuke is not by me. I just heard it take off because I'm not that far from the nuke silo that they're at. I think this is gonna be a normal fish. No. Oh, that was messed up. That was messed up. Alright, what is it? Ashute? Oh, it's gonna be the Titan. Okay. We could do the Titan. Let's do the Titan. And then, I'll call it good after the Titan. Uh, there's a new weapon that's on the scoreboard called the Icebreaker, I think it was called. Yeah, I think that was called. It is a harpoon gun, that has cryo effect. Cryo effect is supposed to, like, slow down the target, but there's an unintended, consequence when you do that. Instead of slowing down, like, it'll slow down eventually, but, when you first, like, hit it with the harpoon, it goes crazy. It just goes super fast. Just, like, running everywhere. My friend and I were on here and we're like, hey, let's try it with different things. So I was just dropping nukes. Dropped a nuke on the Titan, and we saw how that looked. And I dropped a nuke on Earl, which is the Wendigo Colossus. It went haywire so badly, and was running so fast that he actually ran through the wall and outside the event area and was lost in purgatory forever. It was funny. I still remember when Nuka World on Tour was like in here. I can remember every update that we've gotten. I remember Fallout being. And there it is. I think everybody else is like, yeah. I don't know what is in here. It's making it so glowy. Can't open that door. This I don't understand. I was up in the air. I shouldn't have gotten that. His health bar is just like going down. It says I'm being hit, but I'm not being hit. I don't know. Oh, there he goes. This event is like it's one of my it's like one of the ones I like. I do like doing this one, but it can blue screen me quite often. So in a way I don't enjoy it too much, just for that reason. Oh no. I lose a thingy too. That's like messed up. That's the reason why I use the stem pack, so I have that extra life. Apparently, that does not work. Oh, he's done. Okay, they already got him. Alright, I feel obsolete now. Check these. I'm here for any goodies. Someone came through and really like cleared out the Nuka-Cola and stuff. Oh my goodness, I have health though. That's crazy. That's the second time I've died. Down I go, down I go. And he went down again. Oh well. Not faring very well, am I? There's some junk in my my inventory. I will do the thing that no one else will do for me. So I gotta get some junk on me so I can get some junk, the junk shields going. That will help, like. Wait, he's done. Way to go. About 50 caps, oh well. There we go. That's not too bad. I died a couple times, but it is what it is. Happens to all of us at one point or another in this game. I kind of wonder if there's any fishing spots in that I might look up, but after my live stream, I'm gonna be done for the morning for gaming. I just wanted to hop on and just like reintroduce myself and like get back into playing the game again and live streaming because I really did enjoy live streaming. It's just I got a little discouraged because like I see people, it's so easy for them to like it is so easy for them to get followers, to be likable, to be liked, and that really made me insecure because it's like what is so different with me, and then it starts to go like, you know, those negative thoughts in your head that think that like they make you think it's you, that you're the problem, that you're just like nobody likes you because, you know, they don't like your voice, they don't like how you look, those certain things. And it's just like it dawned on me yesterday that I honestly don't care what other people think of me. I'm gonna do the things that I want to do, regardless of who says things negative about me. They may not like how I look, they may not like how I dress, they may not like how I sound, they may not like my views, but I'm not forcing them to watch me. I'm not forcing them to hear me. I'm not forcing them to agree with me. I'm not forcing them to do anything. Therefore, they're choosing to look at my live stream. They're choosing to listen to my voice. If they hate it so much, then just close out the application, go to somebody else. If they don't like the way I look, then stop looking at me. You know, stop going to my profile, looking at my picture if you don't like the way I look like. So just stop. You're doing it to yourself. And that just dawned on me that I'm not the problem. I'm not going and forcing anything onto anybody. I am just doing what I enjoy doing, and I want to share that with other people who enjoy the same. There's other people out there who just enjoy connecting with people who are going through their spiritual awakening, connecting with people who have the same views, the same like moral compass, the same values, and the same outlook on life. We want to spread love. We want to be kind. We want to have a world where it's peaceful, and we want to get along with people. There's nothing that we hate about anybody. We don't look at skin color. We don't look at gender. We don't look at anything other than your character. That's what we base it off of. And we don't care if you don't share the same views as us. We know that we're human, and you might be into a different religion. That doesn't mean that we can't be friends. That doesn't mean we can't be kind to each other. But there's like a lot of hate just because the other person doesn't follow the same views and stuff. We can still be coexist, together, and be calm and collected and love each other and just be kind and gentle. But that a lot of people just think that's bad. That with the stay in our own lane, and I'm like, what does that even mean? Stay in our own lane. We're all mankind. That is our lane. Oh, what do you mean? Are you telling me that I can only hang out with other white people, but I'm not fully white? I can only hang out with native people, but I'm not fully native. What do you mean? I can only hang out with German people, but I'm not fully German. I'm not 100% German. I don't understand. What does it mean by staying in your own lane? We're all mankind. We're all cut from the same cloth. We're all made from the same. We came from the same group of people. We came from the same two creations that our Creator breathed life into. He made this. Our Creator made this lovely world for us, and we take that for granted, and some of us become a cancer to the world instead of life. And as a cancer survivor myself, I understand the world and our Creator wanting to ease the pain of the disease. So, I don't know what it means when people say stay in your own lane when it comes to being kind to other people. I love everybody. So, that is my lane. You are my lane. Doesn't matter what you look like, doesn't matter what gender you are or what gender you claim to be. I'll just ask that you respect my views. I respect your views. We can be human together. We're gonna mess up. We're gonna make errors. We're gonna make mistakes. Let's we'll grow from those mistakes. Don't make them again. Don't continuously make them. Don't continuously play victim. If you are a victim, it's okay to be a victim. But why would you want to stay a victim? Why would you want to stay in that mentality? I'm a survivor. I don't claim to be a victim. I was victimized, but I'm not a victim anymore. I was a victim at one point. I'm not a victim anymore. I healed. I'm a survivor. I overcame what was meant to bury me. I overcame what was meant to crush me. I overcame what was meant to make me better and hurt the world. That is my lane. So, if people want to come at me and hate me, do so. But ask yourself, what is it about me that you hate so much? Like, how does what I do, how does what I look like, how does what I dress like, how does what I sound like affect your life so much that you have to spread hatred? Why do you feel so negatively about that? Like, what is it in sight? Is it jealousy? Is it envy? Is it the fact that the people that you're attacking have overcome things that you're still struggling with? Is it the fact that the people you're attacking achieved something that you couldn't achieve? And then you have to ask yourself, well, why couldn't I achieve it? There is no reason that you couldn't. The only one stopping you is yourself. Don't take it out on other people. They had nothing to do with your decisions. They had nothing to do with what you chose to do. They had nothing to do with you saying that you can't when you could very well do everything that they did. Money? Maybe they had more opportunity? Maybe they had rich parents. Yeah, that may be a fact that it might make it easier for them, but that doesn't mean that you can't do it. There's just no excuse for hating on other people whatsoever. Alright, after this, I wanted to go to the Blue Devil here. And down he goes. Oh. That was easy. I'm glad I got there when I did, though. I would have missed out. The wolves. Oh, I didn't see what plan I got. Let's see. It is the Blue Devil plushie. I think I've got that one already, so. On my other account, that is. Not on this one, I've already got them all. But yeah, alright. So that is it. I'll go back to my camp. And, I think that'll call it good for our first, reintroduction for our live stream. If you are on, Instagram, I am on Instagram. I'm trying to build the following there. Tied to my Facebook. I won't give my real name on here, but you can go to my Instagram, Victorious_Lion86, so Victorious Lion 86, Victorious Lion with the underscore in the middle of those two words. So Victorious_Lion 86 is my Instagram. I will post just motivational things now and then. On my Facebook, there'll be a link on there, I believe, for my Facebook that you can go to. Facebook, you can find, again, motivational videos, and I will share videos of what's going on in the world with other content creators who are stepping up and are saying enough is enough. We're done with the destruction of our country. We're done with the destruction of the place that we call home. And we're done. We want accountability to be commonplace. We want structure back. We want people to be held accountable for breaking the law. We want them to be, used as an example that you cannot go around and hate people. You can't go around and loot and rob and murder and get away with it. You are going to be held accountable for your actions. And we want a place where people are respectable, where people can walk in the street and not have to worry about getting mugged, where people can have picnics out and have just a beautiful park and not worry about some greedy organization or corporation threatening to demolish it to build condominiums that we don't need. We want a world where we're in harmony with Mother Nature, like it's intended. We were supposed to incorporate ourselves into Earth, not destroy it. We're supposed to have harmony with Earth, not overrule it and just beat it to submission. We are supposed to be living in harmony together, and right now we're not, and we're seeing the effects of that. And it's a little scary, I know, for some people. Don't be scared, though. Don't be scared. It has to happen. If you have a building that is too badly damaged, are you going to go in there and, while it's structurally unsafe, and try and fix it? Or is it better just to knock it down and rebuild something better? That's what we're going to do. That's what's going on right now. We as in uh, love, light, um, the world is dissolving into and the evil and stuff that's been overruled is dissolving. It is crumbling and falling apart, and we're not meant to fix it. We're not meant to go in and patch it. We're not meant to sit there with our hammer and nails continuously trying to fix every fracture in the boom. No, no, no. We're not. We're supposed to continue to love. We're supposed to continue to spread the light, the joy, the kindness, and the love again. We're supposed to spread that, and we're supposed to be the seeds that are planted, and we plant more. We're the fruit-bearing tree, and we're out there throwing our seeds and fruit, planting them everywhere that we go, to where more and more are going to sprout up, and they're also helping us by showing themselves. If you've noticed in the news, they're not hiding anymore. Um, they are putting it out there blatantly for everybody to see. And everybody who has had that seed planted, who's been iffy and on the fence, now they know where to go. They're saying, no, we don't want that. We don't want that. That's not what we wanted. You lied to us. And then they're gonna flip. They're gonna flip over to the light, and that world is gonna crumble, and then we're gonna be able to rebuild. So, while it's scary, don't worry. It's gonna be hard sometimes. It's gonna hurt sometimes, but it's okay. I think of it as being a butterfly. We are in that cocoon stage. It's uncomfortable. It hurts. We're cramped. But when we emerge, we're gonna be able to spread our wings, and we're gonna see this beautiful artwork with the beautiful colors. We're gonna see these beautiful worlds, and it's not gonna come and be easy. So, just stick with us a little bit. Just hold tight. Keep being you. Keep being that wonderful, bubbly, loving person that you are. Spread that light. Spread that love. And if you come across people who want to dim your light, don't let them dim your light. Don't dim your light for them to make them feel comfortable. Continue to shine. If they're uncomfortable, they can go, and then they can see why they're uncomfortable. They can view that. They're the ones who have to do that themselves anyway. We can't force them to. We can't force them to say, hey, this is what's going on. This is why you feel that way. Because chances are they're going to be like, oh, no, you're just attacking me. So you have to let them figure that out for themselves. If it's a friend, then yeah, maybe you can help them. Because you know them, especially if it's a long-term friend. You can help them kind of see what's going on, and just talk with them and ask questions. Get curious about why they're feeling that way, and let them get curious. Let them get curious about why am I feeling this way towards this. You're not doing anything wrong. Why am I feeling this way towards it? Like, why is it making me uncomfortable? And have that conversation with them. And chances are you're going to open their eyes, and they're going to be like, wow, it's beautiful over here on this side. And I don't have that sense of despair. I don't have that sense of hate and the heaviness that comes with it. So you never know. You never know. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut this live stream short because it's almost been an hour and 20 minutes. And I think that it was a good introduction, reintroduction. So I think that going forward, this will be the last of the week. I wanted it to be the first and last of this week, so that way I have a break to kind of prepare for mentally, because I'm just like a little nervous about doing this every day. But I welcome you to come with me. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, snuggle in your favorite chair, snuggle in bed, and let's like just watch. And if you are gaming and you want to enjoy with me, grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your drink. Like if it's even in the evening for you, grab a beer, grab wine, grab something that you enjoy to drink, and come join me. Send me a message. Say, hey, I like your I like the vibe, and I want to be a part of it. I want to talk about stuff. I want to talk about things that have happened to me. I want to talk about my wake up moment. I want to talk about how I got closer to Source, how I got closer to God, how I woke up and I'm able to understand things more than now. I can see things clearly. The world is so much more brighter, and I don't have that dark despair. And I want to spread the kind and love, and I want to just be, uh, cute aggression. I want to love people, and I want to share this with everybody else, and I want to play the game, and I would just want to talk to you, and I want to get everybody, up there, and I want to get everybody vibrating high with us. And if you want to do that, send me a message and let's get on it. Let's talk. I'm all for it. I'm a little shy, but don't worry. I'm a little weird, but aren't we all? So yeah, just hop on, send me a message. I would love to have someone on here I could actually like engage with, instead of just like pretending, because I have to do that. I have to assume that there's people listening. Otherwise, I would just be in silence. Um, but yeah, I want to spread that. I want to do that for people, and I want to make people aware that like of what's going on around us is it's all it's all been predestined, and it's hard, I know, to understand that. You have, as a person, you have your free will. You can make choices, but the bigger picture is everything's been predestined. Our creator is how does I put it? Who is, was, and is to be, and she, who, they are uh, not really a thing. It's energy. So they don't really go based on a he or she. It's just depending on how we feel towards them. And for me, um, sometimes it's like motherly, and sometimes it's fatherly. But they take that the source takes both roles, and it depends really on if you go to what civilization. Each one of them has a different name for source, for our creator. For Christians, it's God. And so when Jesus was brought down, when Jesus was provided and brought to earth, Jesus' goal was to show us the way to Source, the way to God. And I say God because I think God encompasses both, the mother and the father, like the God, goddess, God, creator. So you'll see a lot of similarities. And the funny thing is that most of these civilizations, our history is going to say, oh, they happened over a big span of time. When in exact, they actually happened together. It's all everything was as it was simultaneously happening. It was at once. The flood thing. Everybody has a description of a flood. Where those came from the remnants of the flood. So it came from Noah and Noah's offspring, and then their Noah's grand offspring. And so forth. And those stories were passed down. And you have to understand that Noah lived until he was like 950 years old. So he got to see not only his grandkids, but his great grandkids and great great grandkids. So those stories fell into that place when they got into that mark. It was all like those stories, they spread, So Noah spread that to his children, the story, their children, his children were there, his three sons. Noah's sons spread that to their kids, because their kids didn't get to experience the flood, but their parents did. So that was a story told. And then when they spread apart, when they started to repopulate, that story got passed down and created all these other civilizations. Some of the civilizations did fall. Some of the civilizations turned to a different entity to worship instead of our creator, our one true God. So they started to worship items and things. instead of worshiping God who provided those things and items, they started worshiping other animals instead of God who gave us that animal, or the sun and the moon instead of God who gave us the sun and the moon. So that's kind of what happened. So some of the civilizations did fall because they did not adhere to um, giving credit where credit was due. They took it upon themselves and gave themselves the credit. So that's kind of what happened. But it didn't all happen over a span of, um, how they say that the earth is millions of years old and civilization started in hundreds of thousands of years ago. Whatever the story is, that was completely fabricated and we were lied to. A big part of our history was eradicated and erased from us knowing who we truly are, who we truly come from. And that hurts my heart. And there's a lot of people like me who know the truth. You can say what you want, but a lot of us are connected to source, and we get the knowledge directly from source. It sounds crazy. It does. We can't understand it, but we know things that we shouldn't know. We see things that we shouldn't be able to see. But it's there. And what's really strange is that a lot of us, when you pull our information together, we all are told the same thing. We all told the same thing. We have the same information being fed to us, and that is not crazy. That is not just coincidence. You cannot have, hundreds of people having the same information given to them by no one else other than source, and it all being the same. It all being the same. That's not crazy. Science can call it crazy. They can say whatever they want, but it is what it is. I know I'm not crazy. I know that the other people who come that I come in contact with that are given the same information, it's like, whoa, what? And it's like, yeah, we all line up with the information that we're given. So it is definitely something out there that a lot of people either choose to ignore because it's uncomfortable and it goes against everything that they've been taught, or it either resonates with people who are like, why does this resonate so much to me? And they're questioning everything that they've been taught. So it's always good to question, because if you go back in history and you look at everything that's happened, you will start seeing a pattern of people giving us this illusion, this false history, to keep us in this submissive state, to keep us in the state where we are just pretty much slaves for their own gain, and they don't care what happens to us. We are just there, and we are disposable. We're not even worth 50 cents to them. So take out what you will. It's big. I will talk more about this. There's a lot of creators I will be throwing out there that you can go to. I promise that they are on point with everything that they said. Every time I come to a creator and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's exactly what I was told. That's exactly what I got from source. That's the same thing I was told. That's the same thing I heard. And it's really weird, because it's like you start to question your own sanity when you start hearing these things, that you're writing it down, and it's like, okay, how am I knowing this? And it's like, how can I fact check it? And then you start to research more, and you see other people who are having the same information, they're putting the same information out there, and it's like, oh my gosh. And they're saying that, I'm connected to source, I'm getting these downloads, and it's like, oh my gosh. You're a part of that system when you start breaking free, and you start getting all this, it is consciousness. And that's the thing that consciousness is. So that's what source is. Source is consciousness. Source is everywhere around you. It literally right here with me, right there with you, everywhere. And source is right there talking. You could talk to source and just imagine source as being another person, or that you can talk to, that you can hug, and you will be able to understand source. It's really hard to take in. It's a lot. I know it sounds quirky and quacky, and but that's how it is. It's just how it is. And anyway, I better get going. It's been an hour and a half, and it's going on 8:06. So I hope you guys have a great day. And I hope that you have a blessed weekend. I do. Tomorrow is the Sabbath. I hope that you guys enjoy your Saturday. Tomorrow I'm just going to relax. I took a break today because I am feeling sore. I have a crick in my neck, and I can't really move my neck much. So I'm like taking it easy, just going out with the dogs. I've got plants coming up I'm excited about. I've got to get them prepared to be planted. because in a couple of days they're going to be ready to be planted in the garden. And I need to do some weeding in the garden, so I'm excited. Anyway, have a great day. Have a blessed weekend, and I will be here on Monday, 8 o'clock in the morning. 8 o'clock in the morning is when it'll go from 8 to 9, and then I'll have a 15-minute leeway. So if I go over, I'll be okay. And we'll just be on Fallout doing some fishing, and just playing a little bit. Maybe build a camp or two. We'll see. And we'll be talking more about spirituality and just love and spreading goodness, goodness and light. That's what we want to do. Like, share, subscribe. Please do share. I just want to build a community where everybody is just able to come together and love each other and just be supportive of each other, show kindness to each other, build each other up. Build each other up and just be there to encourage each other, to just be kind to each other. So I definitely would appreciate that. So anyway, until next time, Monday morning, 8 o'clock in the morning is when the next broadcast will be. So I will see you then. Toodles.